Have you ever met someone who has money but refuses to spend it on themselves? They wear old clothes even when they can afford better ones. They avoid buying things they genuinely need. They always want to manage the ones they have even when the time for replacement is overdue. They hesitate before every purchase and feel guilty whenever they spend money. This guilt doesn't emerge because they are poor or destitute. Ironically, many of these people are not actually poor. So the real question is, why do some people become extremely stingy with themselves, even when they have enough money? Today we'll explore the psychology behind people who struggle to spend on themselves, the hidden fears driving this behavior, how poverty programming shapes their financial habits, and how they can spend on their needs and small wants without going broke. Because money habits are rarely about money, they are about psychology. What does stingy with yourself really mean? First, let's clarify something. Being stingy with yourself is not the same as being financially responsible. Responsible financial behavior includes budgeting, saving, avoiding unnecessary debt, planning for the future. But people who are stingy with themselves often go beyond responsibility. They may refuse to buy things they genuinely need, constantly postpone enjoyment, feel anxiety or guilt when spending, live far below what they can afford. They keep telling themselves, I'll enjoy money later. But unfortunately, later often never comes. We are going to explore the psychological reasons behind it. Number one, poverty programming. One of the deepest causes is something called poverty programming. Poverty programming is a set of beliefs about money that people learn from their environment growing up. These beliefs are often passed down from parents, relatives, communities, difficult life experiences. Common poverty programming messages include, money is hard to get, rich people waste money, spending money is dangerous, you must suffer before enjoying money. If you spend money, you will become poor. When a child grows up hearing these messages repeatedly, the brain internalizes them. Even if the person later becomes financially stable, their subconscious still believes spending money is risky. So they develop extreme caution with money, even when it is unnecessary. It's not really about the money, it's about the programming installed in their mind. And once this programming is not replaced, the mind will never embrace the need to spend money on basic needs. 2. Scarcity mindset. Another major factor is the scarcity mindset. People who grew up in financial hardship often experience moments when there simply wasn't enough. Maybe they saw parents struggling to pay bills, food shortages, financial stress at home. These experiences leave deep emotional memories. So even when their financial situation improves, their brain remains in survival mode. Or their inner voice constantly says, what if money runs out? This fear pushes them to hoard money, avoid spending, oversave. Their brain is trying to protect them, but sometimes it protects them too much. 3. Fear of the future. Some people constantly imagine worst-case scenarios. Their minds think negativity consistently. They worry about things like losing their job, medical emergencies, economic crises, family problems. So every time they spend money, their brain interprets it as a potential future loss. They think, if I spend this today, what will happen tomorrow? Saving becomes less about planning and more about emotional safety. But when fear controls financial decisions, people often sacrifice their present happiness for a future that might never come. Tier 4, the guilt around spending. Another hidden factor is guilt. Some people believe spending money on themselves is selfish. They might think, I shouldn't waste money on myself. This belief often comes from strict upbringing, cultural expectations, family responsibility, religious ideas about sacrifice. So they prioritize everyone else. They help family members. They save for emergencies. They sacrifice their own comfort. Eventually, spending money becomes associated with guilt instead of enjoyment. The hidden cost of never spending. Ironically, refusing to spend money on yourself can create serious life regrets. It can lead to burnout, poor quality of life, missed opportunities, resentment toward money. Money is supposed to support life. Is saving everything while never enjoying it is like owning a car but never driving it. The purpose of money is balance. security for the future, and a meaningful life in the present. How to spend without going broke. Now let's talk about practical solutions. 1. Use the needs, wants, future rule. Divide your income into three categories. Needs, 50 to 60%. Examples, rent, food, transportation, healthcare. Future, 20 to 30%. Examples, savings, investments, emergency fund. Wants, 10 to 20%. Examples, hobbies, entertainment, travel, lifestyle upgrades. When spending is planned like this, enjoyment becomes part of the system, not a mistake. Create a guilt-free spending fund. Set aside a small amount every month specifically for enjoyment. For example, 5 to 10% of your income. This money must be spent without guilt, because psychological health also matters. Upgrade things that improve your life. Some spending actually improves productivity and happiness. Examples, a better mattress, healthy food, learning new skills, tools for your work, meaningful experiences. These are not wasteful expenses. They are investments in your life quality. Reprogram your money beliefs. If poverty programming shaped your mindset, you must slowly update those beliefs. Instead of thinking, spending money will make me poor, try replacing it with, wise spending improves my life while saving protects my future. Money should be used with intention, not fear. Money has two main purposes, security and experience. If you only spend, you risk your future. But if you only save, you miss your life. The real goal is balance. Remember, saving money protects tomorrow, but spending wisely allows you to live today. Because at the end of life, people rarely regret saving too little. They often regret living too little. If this video inspired you and helped you see money and how to manage it in a different light, like, subscribe, and share. And most importantly, tell us your challenge in the comment section. Let's see how we can help you with videos to help you overcome it.